Well, I managed to find 4 more hand turbo tools. So starting from the left, I got a couple of Hoovers, and then swinging all the way over to the right, I got a couple of Dysons. And that's like the absolutely biggest hand turbo tool I think I've really ever seen. I have another one that maybe you'll end up seeing in a part 3, because I had thought that maybe 8 of hand turbo tools was about my limit, and I managed to find more than this. So you may actually see a part 3 at some point in time. So I couldn't believe what I managed to actually dig up. So let's take a closer look at these turbo tools, and I have these machines in age order. I got the Dyson DC-14, and then the DC-25, and then the Wind Tunnel Max, and then the Wind Tunnel 2 high capacity PET. Let's take a look at this Dyson DC-14 tool, and this DC-14 is also my very first Dyson. So, love the little pictogram right here. It'd be nice if it was right side up. You've got a speed switch right here, and it's a little hard to push. There you go. Position 1, position 2, and you'll see what that does. You've got this little plunger thingy right here. Comes out, goes back in. All right, let's see if we can have fun running that. Well, you can put this thing on the end of the handle, I suppose, if you want to. I'm going to take that off for right now. Just put it on the end of the hose. That's a pretty stretchy hose. It's a very stretchy hose. But this machine has so much suction when you use this, right? It's going to fight you. So you have to use 2 hands. So you need to firmly push this hose on here. And let's see what it does. Okay, so see, this isn't moving, right? Now if I go like this, now it starts moving, right? There. Now it stops. Now it's moving. Now you have this switch, right? A little higher speed, a little lower speed. A little higher speed, okay, go. It slows down, but it works. It still works. It's still going. So, speed it up a little bit. Okay. All right, so it's all right. It works. Now let's see what it does here. Yep. So it works. So this very old turbo tool works no matter what speed you decide to put it on. So this definitely gets the thumbs up. Okay, on to the next machine. Now I was trying to think if I've ever used this turbo tool, and I'm not sure I have. I know I cleaned it because this DC-25 was actually a curb find. There's absolutely, unlike the DC-14 tool, there's no user adjustments on this. There's no buttons, there's no plunger, nothing that comes in and out. This is just what you have. So let's see how well that one works. take the aluminum handle off, and this will click in just like that. That's solidly installed, so let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, so that's great. No problem at all. See what it says here. Yep, so this turbo tool hooked up to the 25 works just great. It really doesn't slow down that much at all. Of course, it hardly has any real bristles in here. It's pretty sparse. But yeah, that works great. Probably works great for pet hair too. Okay, on to the next machine. If this tool looks somewhat familiar to you, it should, because it's really similar to one that you saw in part 1. So will it be just as bad as the one in part 1? This is another one of those really long, stretchy hoses. Well, you can get to a lot of stairs with this thing. Okay, firmly inserted, and let's see what happens. It's not spinning very fast. Almost stopping. It barely moves. Now that stops. Yeah, so on this low pile cushion, this pretty much stops. This is a big thumbs down. It just does not work very well at all. Very bad design. And of course, on this medium pile carpet, yeah, it just stops dead. So this doesn't really work very well at all. Okay, let's move on to the next hand tool. Let's take a look at this Wind Tunnel 2 Super Ultra Cheapy. Here's the turbo tool. Isn't that interesting? Call your attention to all those little holes. Nifty little scraper instead of brushes. No other real adjustments. Nothing on the sides. Okay. Let's see how this one works. So this one has a hose. To me, it's kind of unusual. It's stretchy, it's not clear, and it doesn't stretch as far as some of the other Hoover hoses. So you're not going to do a whole lot of stairs with it, that's for sure. Let's see. So what I'm hearing is that this thing spins, and when I put it down on the cushion, it barely slows down. So these little holes here in the front, very significant. So, looks like Hoover, at least with this model, figured out how to make a decent turbo brush. Put a bunch of airflow and suction relief holes somewhere. In this case, they put them in the front, and this thing barely slows down on either surface. So this gets 2 thumbs up. Finally. As you probably were able to very easily discern, out of these 4 tools in part 2, this very inexpensive tool hooked up to this very inexpensive machine is the real winner. So this medium pile carpet, as well as my microfiber couch cushions, this tool just didn't really slow down much. It's got a superior design, it's got a new design, blades rather than bristles, and it's got a lot of suction relief right in the front. And the amazing thing is, it's such an inexpensive tool. I've seen this in thrift stores for as little as 99 cents, used, in good shape. In some cases, not even used, brand new condition. So, thanks for watching this part 2, and I think stay tuned for part 3. Fortunately or unfortunately, I think I found a few more tools we can go over. Thanks for watching.